This is the outline that I printed to do my speech off of. So how many of you have children? Imagine losing your child in a car accident and then later finding out that it could have easily been prevented. That was the case for 11-month-old Cameron's mother. One morning, they were on their way to the supermarket and Cameron was strapped into his car seat like this. They were involved in a crash and Cameron was ejected from the car and found dead in a ditch. He was then resuscitated and then put on life support. In the next few days, his body began to starve himself and his mother had to make the hard decision whether to allow his body to continue starving or to pull the plug. This could have been prevented if Cameron was strapped into his car seat like this. Strapping a child in a car seat correctly can easily save a child's life. According to SafeKib's website, 73% of car seats are not used properly, and by using them correctly, the risk of death can be reduced by 71%. Today I'm going to walk you through how to properly strap a baby into an infant car seat by first sizing the baby to the car seat, adjusting the straps, and buckling the baby. So the first step is to size the baby to the car seat. According to Car Seat website, straps should go right below the shoulder, as this prevents the baby from riding up the car seat. So as we can see here, this doll, the straps are at ear level. That's way too high, so the straps need to be moved down, all the way down to the bottom level, so the straps are at or right below the infant's shoulders. The next step is to move this. This is all the way here at the baby's feet, and since this baby is a newborn size, this buckle needs to be moved all the way in here to be closest to the baby. So by doing that, once we have determined when the straps and the buckle where the straps and the buckle should be, now we should go forth with adjusting them. So first we want to remove the straps. So by doing so, we have to turn the car seat over and locating where the straps are on the underside. So here's the strap. So we're going to just simply slip them off of this lock and then turning the car seat back over. This allows us to pull the straps out, and now we're going to put them back into where we sized for this baby, which is all the way at the bottom. It's also important to make sure that you put them in untwisted, as if they're twisted it'll impair with proper buckling. And then grab the straps and turn it back over. And now we're just going to relock them into here, and you just slide the straps into the lock. So. And now the next step was to move the buckle. So again, on the underside of the car seat, you just flip it over again, locate the buckle, and we're just going to put it on its side and work it through this hole. You just push it, and then turn it back over and pull. So it requires a little bit of maneuvering and figuring out, which way the car seat is puzzled. So we're just going to push until it comes out. Okay. Now flip it back over, and you're going to take this piece, put it on its side to slide it through, and put it through the correct slot. And then on the other side, just pull it. Until it comes out, and there we go. Okay. So now that the car seat straps are positioned for the baby, now we can go forth with buckling the baby in. According to the Car Seat Lady website, you should remove bulky clothing. This baby does not have any bulky clothing on, but if she did, we would remove it because the bulky clothing creates air between the straps and the infant. And so if you get into a crash, imagine the steel on your car, how the energy from a crash smushes the steel. Imagine how easily an energy from a crash can smush fluffy clothing, and then the baby will then, go back and forth and suffer either internal decapitation, severe spinal damage, and even death. So now we're going to go ahead and strap the baby in since she doesn't have any bulky clothing on. We're just going to pull this to loosen them up. And then the first thing you want to do is buckle in the lower anchors. After that, make sure the straps are loose and buckle it in and push this all the way down as far as it can go. Next, move the padding up, remove slack from the thighs by pulling on the straps, and once there's no slack in the thighs, we can go forward and pulling this. It's important to put your hand underneath the straps, and the strap should be tight enough so you can only fit one finger between the strap and the baby. So I can fit about, almost my whole hand, so that means it's not tight enough. If the straps are not tight enough, in the occasion of a crash, the baby's body is going to fly forward, the head is going to go up, and then it will violently smash back down. So having tight straps is going to reduce any amount of movement. And also, a lot of parents think that they're hurting their baby by making the straps too tight, when you're not. It's actually comforting to them because it's similar to being swaddled. So now that we have the baby all strapped in, we can go ahead and recheck the tightness. So again, I have one finger under here. I can barely fit 2 fingers, which is all right. So maybe we should make it a little bit tighter. And move this all the way up to armpit level. Having this belly clip, well, the chest clip I should say, at the belly, if the baby gets into a crash, this is going to cause severe internal damage to its soft organs. It's going to inject into the baby's stomach, whereas if it's at the chest clip, now the baby, if in a crash, the baby's not moving. This is keeping the baby pushed back in the seat. So now that we did all the appropriate measures to strap the baby in safely, you can go ahead and put the baby in the car. So for a review, you should size the baby to the car seat, adjust the straps in the buckle, and then buckle in the baby. So referring back to here, if a child is looking like this in the car, you should go ahead and re-strap in the child, because here the chest clip is way too low, and as you can see, these straps are also way too loose. If you look over here at these pictures, this child, the straps are right below the shoulders, the chest clip is at armpit level, it's tight enough to only fit 1 finger under the strap, and in the thighs there's no slack. And the buckle at the bottom is at closest to the baby. So just remember, next time you strap your child in the car, it only takes a few minutes to make sure that everything is correct. Because you can spend a few minutes strapping your baby incorrectly, or you can spend days, weeks, months at a hospital, or even lose your child. That's it. So does anybody have any questions?
If you have a hard time learning how to do this, is there any place you could go that they can help you or teach you to do
Yes,
this?
most fire departments and police stations will actually install your car seat for you, as well as give you a lesson on how to strap the baby in. Anybody else?
How often should you check the adjustment of the car seat?
Well, as your baby grows, it'll become obvious. As your baby gets older, the straps will become lower and lower. Once the straps are down the baby's back, it's time to move them up. Right, exactly. So as the baby grows, that's when you start re-maneuvering the straps in the car seat.
Okay.
Yes.
How many pounds until they should get out of the infant car seat?
Typically, it depends on the car seat. Most of them go up to 30 pounds. But once they're done with the infant car seat, that in no way, shape, or form means that you turn your baby forward facing. That was actually one of the reasons why Cameron got killed, is because he was not only strapped in improperly, he was forward facing at a way too early age. That's it. Okay.